things in Get Stickblood you might have missed that weren't already mentioned in the fun facts section on the album overview page on my new and improved website. Track 2. You know this sound? As much as I would love for that to have been an entirely original bit of sound design, it's actually a sped up sample of this moment from a Shipwrecked 64 cutscene. Track 5. This glass break sound effect. Oh, and this buzzer sound effect that I forgot to mention in the script. Is taken from Blockland, the least known of the big 3 block games I grew up on. This is far from the only time I've sampled something Blockland related, but I'll leave it at that for now. Track 7. Section 3 of this track contains the first of 2 Jax Films interpolations, both coming from episode 10 of his series Your Grammar Sucks, where Jack turns each featured comment into a little song fragment. I thought it'd be fun to take some of these fragments and imagine a full song surrounding them, starting with this.
Sorry, what is your face, please?
Which became this.
So sorry what you made of me. I'm sorry I don't hate you. Just kidding,
Track 11. Section 2 of this track contains the single funniest secret in the whole album, I think. If you're wondering why Super Mario Logan is listed as one of the influences, here's why. Listen closely to this clip from his old Nintendo DSi video.
It's called the DSi. It's called the DSi. And if you don't buy one, you're gonna die.
Yeah, die. You're going to high.
I directly translated that into this, precisely preserving the fucked up rhythm and everything. Inspiration truly comes from the strangest of places. Track 13. Towards the beginning, some sort of alarm sound effect is heard, which is another sound I know from Blockland. Track 14. Section 1 of this track is where the second Jax Films interpolation ended up, still pulling from the same episode of YGS. Here's the original fragment.
This show sucks. It got crapper and crapper.
Which turned into this.
This shit sucks. We just wasted and wasted stuff. I'm so done.
Also, in Section 3's instrumental, this part.
Delicious, another insipid little good spilling.
And this part.
Good girl, you've internalized the writhing, and you like it.
Sample transitional stings from Community, Season 3, Episode 2, and Season 6, Episode 1, respectively.
Friendly.
Track 18. Towards the end of this song, I included a little something that any Weezer listener should immediately recognize.
We are gonna make a better way.
It's the Buddy Holly lick. That is the sole reason Weezer is listed in the influences. I have not come up with any thematic significance for this either. I just did it because I could. Track 24. This track is a complete structural tribute to one of my most recently discovered favorite songs ever, Virus by Kiss Kiss. All the way from the abstract string noise intro to the extended loop with reversed vocals and various other noises. to the washed out ambience left by the end of it all. Virus resonates with me so intensely because it's exactly the kind of song I so often strive to make, in so many oddly specific ways. You've got the seamless blend between catchiness and uncompromising experimentation, the combo of digital and acoustic instruments, the self-sampling, the slow burn structure, the resulting length over 10 minutes. More than half of this nearly 16-minute song is spent building layers upon layers over a single looping motif and then gradually fizzling out. Effectively one huge outro to a song that already ended long ago. That is a fucking ballsy maneuver, and I live for it. Then couple all of that with some delightfully flamboyant vocals, a hearty dose of sentimentality, and overall scene-era emo vibes, and you've got yourself a Stickblood track made years before I even began producing music myself. I'm genuinely in awe that this song exists, and implore you all to give it a listen if you want a better understanding of my songwriting. Track 26. This part right here is referencing the extra tuna song Jackie's Box. I did that, except unironically. This ethos applies to a lot of the album in general, shamelessly indulging in quote-unquote cringe, knowing it's bound to annoy people, and pressing on regardless because I genuinely find these things charming. It's a kind of self-awareness that's rebellious rather than relying on ironic detachment. Track 27. Section 1 of this track is basically an uncut HD remaster of track 6 on my EP Deleted Scenes Please Meet Me at Zero, all of which has intentionally low audio quality to evoke the idea of being shitty re-uploads from a source that no longer exists. It's fake lost media for conceptual reasons. By repurposing that track, I'm emphasizing a contrast between the fates of Maxi Natotiff and Roxy Radcliffe. I view Maxi as representing an alternate timeline where I quit music and deleted everything. So Roxy's version of the song celebrates the fact that I'm still going despite all the challenges I faced. This repurposing was also inspired by how the Jane Remover album Census Designated self-interpolated some material from Venturing, back when that project actually had an interesting conceptual background of being fictional lost media, and wasn't reduced to just another name for Jane, a purpose that could have easily been served by starting a new alias instead of going out of their way to erase and retcon something really neat that they'd previously built, in yet another baffling act of artistic self-sabotage. Jane Remover is kind of like my evil twin at this point. I am repeatedly inspired to do the opposite of what they do. No offense, but it keeps happening. That concludes the special presentation on the intricacies of Get Stickblood. Be grateful for the guidance. I intend to keep scholars busy with my discography for centuries.